What's up, Yeousch Sports? I am making a few purchases. I was a good boy and I saved up my VC, and I have enough to get one Andrew Bogut. He is finally healthy for the Golden State Warriors, and I need a presence in the middle. JaVale McGee's great, but I need a good backup. I also was able to get Deron Williams, as you see there, because I sold Kevin Martin. So I've got some upgrades. I've made some changes in the team, and I'm running through the roster here. I've got a real stout team now, a real solid team. I feel pretty comfortable with the fact that I got, pretty good amount of gold people. I got lucky in a pack and got Bob Dandridge, and I'm pretty set. I got pretty frustrated with the fact that I was losing pretty often there with the Kevin Martin combo, and he's not a bad player, but he just didn't fit me. And sometimes that's what happens in my team. You have to sort of struggle and figure out what's not working and make an adjustment instead of just giving up. So that's what I'm doing, and I've got these classic Toronto Raptors jerseys. It's really the Huskies back in the day, and it was a different team, but hey, that's their MO, that's their classic jerseys, whatever the case may be. So I'm feeling this guy out, trying to get his strategy going, and really just trying to get my team for Yeousch Sports back on track here. So, what do? I foul him. Dumb move on my part because I hate getting fouls with my point guard. And you'll see why here in just a little bit. He's trying to cross me up with E.T., that's Sam Cassell. And he was a guy that wanted to penetrate and score with his point guard, and then he had some other things too, like the charge cheese. This was charge cheeser guy. And as you could see there, that was the second foul on Deron Williams. So even in a 5-minute quarter game, I had to be a little bit cautious, and I had to bring the immortal Patty Mills in. Rodman grabs a layup, and Bob Dandridge grabs a dunk. I am very happy to admit that I put him into my starting lineup, and I slept on him for a while. I didn't really use him to his full potential. His mid-range game is absolutely lethal. There you get a close look at E.T. He's like, ouch. But he was reaching in the backcourt. He was cheesing in the backcourt. You're only going to hit me with that charge cheese once or twice, and then I'm going to get smart. So then I get some easy buckets, and that really opens the game up for me when I'm not running into people and knocking them over. Jason Richardson. Oh, go ahead. Get big. Knee injury and all. He is doing fantastic for me. I don't know if I'm going to keep him in the roster in my starting lineup because I do have Terrence Rouse. There's Rodman doing what he does best, getting the ball poked away and then slamming it home. He is, I won't say underrated offensively, but he is surprising offensively. If he's open, he will finish. Right there, dumb turnover on my part. I was trying to get too fancy with D. Will, and it cost me. He makes a nice little pass there for the bounce pass on a fast break. Yes, I do show you when I get owned and when he does good and bad. So he's got a lot of three-point shooters on his bench. What does that mean? He's probably going to shoot threes. In that case, he didn't, though. McGee and Bogut are a nice 1-2 punch, and I'm going to keep them. I've got a nice little deal there. That guy didn't get his feet set in time. He was trying to charge cheese, but I'm going to run him over. I'm going to troll him every time he does that. Oh, hey, look. You got a kickball violation. That sucks. Anyway, you guys know if you play my team, I empathize with all of you. There are always those guys that you title that guy. This guy was that guy that does the charge cheese. So that's kind of what it is for him. He shoots a lot of threes. I am covering him, though, and we're getting nice steals here. This is when you start going on a run. And if you can get one really good run, a few alley-oops, stuff like that, Terrence Rouse. But if you can do stuff like that, it really, really helps. So I'm keeping this whole part in here and just showing you what happens when you let your guard down for a minute. This is what happened to this guy. 3-pointers, he's trying to cheese things up, and he gets a half-court alley-oop. Gerald Green, as they say in the commentaries in real life, that's a man's dunk right there. He just caught it backwards. I love having Gerald Green coming off my bench for that scoring punch. There is no let-up. This guy would not stop shooting threes. I would not stop closing out on him, and Gerald Green just takes it and runs it right back up. Another poster for you, sir. Congratulations, you're now down 7, and it's looking real good here in the second quarter. So again, he's going for threes, he's going for inside passes. Fine by me, but you'll see why at the end of the game. I think that they need to have certain players not be able to play certain positions. Right there, I said I only got fooled by it once or twice. He got me again on the charge cheese. He was pretty proficient at those. The problem is, when he misses, he's going to get dunked on. So I think it's a big risk, and you're not going to foul anybody out of a game in 5-minute quarters unless it's just ridiculous. I don't remember ever fouling out with any of my players in a 5-minute quarter game. So I don't know if this guy's strategy was sound or You know, if a lot of people just ignore it and think they won't get charged, and then they do. But Andrew Bogut's been doing work inside, and I was talking about Dandridge being lethal. He is a beast in that mid-range game. He's got like a 96 or something as his rating, and it's just ridiculous. Here we have Derek Harper with the big nose and all from the Knicks days, missing the free throw, and we're taking it and we're running right back up his face. Money. That's Patty Mills. That's what he does. I love having him on towel wave and how that works. So it's pretty crazy to think about. You know, he's got some personality to him. He doesn't care necessarily that he's on the bench. He's competitive in everything, but he's got a sense of humor about it. A lot of the Spurs players do, and it's looking real good for the Spurs right now in the West. Russell Westbrook being out, really a pain in the butt for the Thunder. Spurs and the Thunder are my two teams. Let me know who you guys are rooting for in the playoffs. I got a little pick and roll. Darren Williams, Andrew Bogut, that's lethal. One of them's going to get a score about 90% of the time in that case. And again, Dennis Rodman, you got to play him straight up, so we'll see what happens. A little ball movement, a little actual ball movement. Imagine that. Dennis Rodman cutting to the basket and getting the strong finish. Again, he might be a little undersized, but he can make it happen. Bob Dandridge doing work out there. We're going to make sure that this jumpy guy gets taken advantage of. So, mid-range game. It's a concept that a lot of people could afford to use in my team. And honestly, I forget about the mid-range game sometimes. Those offensive rebounds come a lot quicker when you're being a smart player and you have guys like Rodman and Bogut. I love that 1-2 punch of them, and I don't think I'll be buying up, you know, an all-legends team or an all-crazy team or anything like that. So I don't want you guys to think that. But I do have my ducks in a row. JaVale McGee. Seriously? Just flying in there. He's got some extra energy about him. Gets another putback right there, and it's looking real strong. We're up by 12 at this point. But again, anytime you have three-point cheesers in there, it happens. Now, I paused the game. Look at where he's got Anthony Moreau. He's at power forward. That guy's a shooting guard. He will never play power forward in his life. So, honestly, yeah, it's within the rules, but I don't like it. Look at him again. You saw the icon there. Rewind it if you don't. He's at power forward. So, he's got Moreau. He's got Bellinelli. I need to grab a rebound. Finally getting a turnover there. And we got Terrence Ross. He's about to lift off. I love it. So, we're still in good shape here, but again, anytime you have three-point trolls on your team, you know, the team that you're going against, they're going to start getting desperate towards the end of the game, and it's your job to close out. Right there, again, Bellinelli is really lighting my computer Jason Richardson up, even with play tight and deny ball activated. You saw me going into the substitutions there. I was just trying to make it work there. Dumb move on my part. He came flying in for a nice block, and of course Bellinelli's going to shoot. And again, I got mixed up on the rotation. I had Rodman on him, and that just didn't work out for me. So I'm messing with the substitutions. I'm freaking out a little bit because I was stupid and spit up this lead. So, hey, this is what not to do right now, is let somebody just come back and three-point cheese you. I was defending the three well all game and running out on the break, and now it's costing me. So I'm going one-on-one, and he jumps up and makes those passes that I hate, and I get a turnover. He runs it back up the other way, and now we got 21 seconds to repent for our stupid sins. Let's run a pick and roll. Darren Williams, do your work. Show him why. Show him what's up. A little up and under. Come on. Gerald Green gets the ball knocked away. Had an easy bucket. Fredette is acting like he actually did something to win the game, and it's only overtime. You get 3 minutes in there. He's putting in work. I show the good. I show the bad. Sam Cassell, Derek Harper isn't a bad classic backcourt there. So he spent some money on some packs and stuff like that. That's cool. Bogut's finishing strong, though, and that's really where he started to take over for me and why he's the thumbnail of this video. I'm glad that I picked Bogut up. I don't see him used a whole lot, but he is used, and I do enjoy playing with him. So we're down 2. Let's make it happen. Offensive efficiency. Look at the crossover moves. He's just standing there. That's fine by me. I'll run by you and dunk it, buddy. So there we are. 59-60. We have the lead. We need to play some good defense. We need to not get trolled on threes, and Rodman bumps him just a little bit, just enough to throw him off. He misses the layup, and now it's time to make our money. Let's do this thing. Bob Dandridge is wide open. I don't know why I didn't drive in, but I wanted to play that safe bet, run the pick and roll a little bit, and there's my man. Didn't get that pass tipped. Andrew Bogut with the dunk, and we're in solid shape. He needs a timeout, and we called. I didn't actually commit that foul. The computer committed it. And it ended up being a really smart strategy, actually, because we had 30 seconds left, and they were in the bonus, so they couldn't tie the game with that. He ends up missing the second free throw anyway, which is a big, big swing of momentum for us. And it's looking real solid. If I can hit my free throws, as soon as he fouls me again. If I can hit my free throws, then that's great. But he missed me. I'm going to run up there and dunk. That's a clear path foul right there. They didn't call it. I'm fine with that. Deron Williams is going to hit these free throws, right? Right? Oh, come on. So he was desperate for threes. It ended up being a free throw shooting contest. And Gerald Green's just going to throw up an alley-oop just for fun at the end. He calls goaltending. The guy's a little mad, I'm sure. And who goaltended but the power forward in quotation marks, Anthony Morrow. So Bellinelli's going to try to cheese up another three. That's not happening, and we come away with a win. I squandered that lead, though. I mean, that was terrible. Being up 11 or 12 or whatever it was. That's something that you cannot do. You have to pay attention to those substitution patterns. See if anybody's playing at a funky position, because people will throw in, you know, LeBron James at center or Anthony Morrow at power forward to try to get you on a slower player so you can't close out on them. That's the strategy. That's how it worked. I like having Bogut and D. Will on my team, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check the highlights out. We'll see you later, Yeousch Sports.